Okay, and welcome back. During that short break, I did check to see how many parts I recorded. This should be the fifth part, actually, of the stream. I've been streaming for 5 hours already, and I'm going to stream one more part, which is going to be another hour. Um, so I guess what I just said at the end of the last one is probably wrong. There's not going to be one, probably isn't going to be one earlier today, because that was the late yesterday one. It'll probably be fine. But yeah, we're gonna record one last part, and then there'll probably be a part up tomorrow, as that'll be from the next recording session. I think we're getting to the point where we can start to hold all our gravity wells. Maybe not without attrition, because most of our ships are still running the 15 frontal armor. The only fleet that's got more than 15 frontal armor is Romeo 300. I don't remember if I gave Romeo the ships in Romeo 233. Actually, I know I gave them more than they've got too much side armor. They've also got 15 side armor. These guys have also got decent armor as well. The missile guys I've been running around with, which is 260 and 255 here, still only have 15 frontal. Because that's really all the engines in support. We may end up scrapping them once we get the Poseidon Torch going.
Lending my expertise.
But we'll see where we are once everything's built. Complete transfer, low lunar orbit. That's not a concern to me. I'd appreciate if they blew my hab up in low lunar orbit. Because that's the hab I built to attempt to refuel the fleet, and then screwed up and wasn't able to refuel the fleet, so the hab wasn't very useful. Investigate Counselor mission. We know they have 15. Okay, so we may be able to turn them soon. Arrived at low Earth orbit, that's not a problem, unless they're repositioning to one of my stations, which they're not.
We've moved the needle.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Okay, one settlement core is there. Cool. This is going to shut down mining, but that's not really a problem. Shutting down the defense platform might be an issue, which it's going to do also. That's more likely to be a problem. We have some surplus power here, so we can slap up the farm. And we're not going to do any shipyards because this is a planetary location. We have a layered defense already. So this is going to be labs next, right? So we'll probably want Skunk Works. And there's some interplay with the tornadoes where we probably want the energy lab. And we're going to need another solar array. And then we have plenty of power to slap whatever else we want down. Which probably wants to be research of some sort. Probably one of the more expensive power ones, right? So energy is tempting just because it's expensive from a power standpoint. I'm not too worried about xenoscience, otherwise that would be the other one to go for. With 40. Info's 40 as well. Okay, let's do a couple infos. And then a couple more energies and call it good. Yeah, let's take a xenoscience in there as well. There we go. So that's one, and you know what? I basically want them to be the same. So I'm not sure if it copies properly. We'll just do it manually, the manual way. Solar array, mine, air defense, admin tower, farm, Skunk Works. I remember what I did differently, apparently. Did something different. Oh, I probably do want a nanofab out here at some point, so I'll put a nanofab down. Oh, and the solar radiance isn't the same in all the locations, is it? That's probably what's coming into play. It's like, I feel like I have more power, and it probably is because I do. Probably do. Just straight up do. Energy. Info. And Xeno. We can actually look at that if I go to Mercury. $498, 334, 493. Yeah, so it's probably just the extra solar power output. That's screwing up my mental math there, because there's just a bunch of variants there on Mercury. And as soon as we get some of the Namofab done, we'll probably put something back in space. There's the Nanofab, yeah, it'll be done in November. We'll reset up the space habs. Orbital habs.
Laying the groundwork.
Well, they did do a defend.
We'll be ready
What's
for
our
new
success
orders.
probability with the
I will
defend?
report when my mission is complete.
58%. We'll roll the 58%.
Target secured.
$61, $63,
We are
everything's
in
going up,
control
and it's
here.
suits. Okay. Back in control of my Canada, thank you. Didn't know it was affected by low cohesion. Interesting. Union Victor completes transfer. Okay. Okay.
Standing
so
by.
you need you to turn a counselor. Yes, that counselor. Have some influence to do it. Take 64 influence to
We'll
do it.
bring them to our side.
Standing by.
We've been poking about the Russian bear. 5%.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, I think we're going to take some Russian territory. Bonus to crackdown, detain, and assassinate missions. Yeah, let's take that one.
Cracking down.
Ready for orders. Removing our enemies.
And these are coming along. Actually, looking at influence, I got a bunch of influence I should probably spend. So let's direct invest it into America as funding. $15 investment in funding. Slows our cash burn down a little bit. Oh, that's a cartel. Obviously, the government person can't take that cartel, but we'll be around. You're my criminal. What we would take off so we can take the Aquila cartel here? We need 3 stars of space. To be fair, it's maybe not super strong, because we definitely don't need the admin off of it, right? Like, it's one of those where it'd be better if we needed to replace our criminal for some reason. Getting 15 org from, or 15 admin from council. So it's like a different beta cartel, okay. That's another cartel. So we've already got some pretty nice criminal ones kicking in here. So yeah, we'd basically be grabbing it just because it's great, not because we need it. So we don't really need the science on him. We'd get the persuasion and espionage, and well, we don't need the security because he's already 25 security. And to lower the security would mean I have to take something else that's providing him security off. Which would probably take some of those stats away. Yeah. Actually, we're going to take this one off. It's going to cost us 1 science, but it's going to give us 3 slots. And he will definitely benefit from +1 persuasion, espionage, more than 1 science. And then if we ever lose our criminal, or we give someone else a criminal, I think one of our other people can pick up criminal. You can pick up criminal. You can potentially move it over to there. Not that we really need to. Wait, suppose we could take Gardena off here. Take the 5 off and replace it with the 8. Be an option. But not one we're in a rush to take. Okay.
Offering assistance.
They are on too tight a leash.
Ooh. Failed to roll it. Try again.
The people will come to our side.
They will come to our side.
Targets got away.
Oh, interesting. Success
Cleaning
chance is
things up.
22%. So the servants got wind of what I was planning on
Prepping
doing.
for
And stopped
mission.
us. So abort that mission, because that mission's really
Mission
gonna fail.
aboard.
Monitors. Yeah, join 255. Start to build up the Martian fleet again. Major flood. Deploy a team to mitigate it, please. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Here's our improved coil cannon. Maybe want that at some point. Oh, cyborging. Yeah, we should probably pick up cyborging. And that's because I think it combos with the Poseidon Lantern. Salvage bay is going to finish quickly. Okay. Okay. So our ships are going to be done in about 3 counselor actions. At this point, we actually have the upgraded cannon for these. So we might actually just immediately drag them back into the port for an upgrade, but... So that was a Liberty class. So Liberty class, base class, nose weapon. You've got a heavy siege coiler on you. We can now upgrade that to the Mark II. There we go, valid refit. So that's a valid refit. Do I want to do any utility models we're thinking about it? Probably. Yes, but I don't have the utility module yet. That's fair. 2.5 hours for the transfer that we're thinking about. So we'll do a save design. So that's block 3. Then we go back to the ship class. Obviously, that means the ships we're just building. Already obsolete. Yeah. And this, upgrade your nose weapon as well. That's a valid refit. 3A, so this is the one with the bridge, even though we're going to have 3 of the ones with the bridge, but that's fine. Save design. Which also means that you are obsolete. Yep, and to be fair, at this point, these are obsolete because the siege coiler battle cruisers are going to do what they do better. Explorer, yeah, we'll probably obsolete the Explorer. We may build build a new version of that with the Poseidon Torch. At the moment, we don't need that showing on the menu because we're not going to build it with the current engine. What are you? Oh, already designed something that looks like that. Okay, that's what's working on the grid drive. We're not going to run that one any point, so we'll delete that one as well. And the Defiant is basically what we'd be doing, what we've been doing, but with the Orion drive as the engine. I'm not going to obsolete that because we may build that as an alternative, but we're not in a rush to build that as an alternative.
Where do you need me?
That's a good question. Where do I need you? You know, let's go do some... Oh, you're probably not the one to do the sabotage. You're probably... do some public campaigning in Russia.
I will try to sway the public.
You're the
I'm
one to do
here.
the sabotage.
Breaching lab security.
Ready.
Okay, I think we're good. Arm assignments, move forward a little bit.
I
Got a
will
little
help
orbit,
them.
which isn't really a concern.
We've hacked their research data.
Apparently they're working on improved coil guns and gas core fission reactors. We can delay both of them.
We've turned them to our cause.
Don't let them find out.
Ready for your orders.
End up in our cars. Cool. Completed the salvage bay project. It's maybe actually what I want to put on the ships that I just upgraded, so I could upgrade them again. Yeah, let's go for that 5% less damage in combat. It's probably not going to make a big difference, but it might. Then, yeah, we're going to upgrade these with that salvage bay. Utility module, salvage bay. Yes, we're upgrading things before they even get built at the current rate because of how long the build times are on these shipyards.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The people will come to our side.
No, we do not need humans fighting humans. We need humans fighting the aliens, please.
The LZ is secure.
Pakistan has some more surface to air, surface to space defense weapons. 2 more to go, and it'll be fully defended, I think. Yeah, 2 more to go, and it'll be fully defended.
Ready for orders.
There we go.
Going in hot.
That place has got, what, like, heavy? Severe. Yeah. Oh, and we probably want to get the unrest down in China, so we'll give you some ops to make you more likely to succeed.
We'll make things safe.
Okay. Actually, you at 19 are ready to invest in something. Probably build up your espionage. Make it a little bit harder to be detected. Cyborg's February next year. We've actually pulled this forward. This was originally, well, it was originally predicted to be like late December. Then we took the detour to do the Orion drive, and then that put it into January. We actually pulled it back. It's now back into December, the beginning of December at that. Yeah, I think that'll be a pretty decent drive. Maybe not as fast as the Orion drive, to be fair.
Believe and accept that there are other souls out there, created by the divine, as we ourselves were. It is our mission, our duty, and our privilege to join with them. A meeting of minds across the stars. Superior Judith Howell, Xenobaptist Leaflet.
There's a lot of Judith Howell ones in here, yep. Colony Habs or Ring Habs? Let's go Colony Habs. And we're going to want to do both of them, so if we manage to keep control of it, we'll just ping-pong into the other one afterwards. But, and we've been doing a pretty decent job of keeping control of these recently. Ultra capacitors sounds good. Magnetic plasma confinement sounds good. Probably whichever one of those finishes will go into UV.
Offering counsel. They won't know what hit them.
And we delay their crawling up.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Our efforts didn't have any effect. Target secured.
Just me. Okay. Enemies are planning our counselors are being reassigned. There they go.
Ready to go.
I suppose we can go sabotage.
Please keep me safe.
We were doing servants. Let's go hit the.
I work for you now.
I'm going in.
10 welfare is tempting, but I don't think we got a good 3-slot spot for you. Yeah, that would probably be on you. So would it make sense to drop 3 science orgs to grab a different science org? No, it would probably be worth backsliding because you're over on the science orgs. We lose a little bit of science doing that. 15 info, 10 life gain, 15 life, 10% welfare. I'm tempted to do that just for the welfare, honestly. So, that monthly upkeep cost. Now hold off, because the monthly upkeep cost I think would just be better to save for investing in welfare. Then ships, 2 days, 15 days. Okay, so this counselor cycle we should have the fleet built, and then we might actually just slide something right back into the shipyards for upgrades. At least that would be reasonably quick. No, we want you to go up to Romeo 300. Oh, our protector guy has been found out.
Lending my expertise. We've hacked their research data.
We can delay their gas coefficient. Okay, clear defense there. I don't think there's anything to do. Yeah, because it was just the upgrades that finished. Really, we're waiting for one of these has the nanofab. I think the other one's the nanofab one. And the nanofab will give us the ability to replace the orbital. And this one's got an nanofab as well, which will be done in November, so done in just about a month. So just about a month we can take over all of the empty orbital space around Mercury.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Things are cooling off. By the numbers.
Toronto, Ottawa region has an orbital defense. So I think we're up to 3 of 6 regions has it. Oh, no, we've got 1 of 6 regions. Okay. I guess the Canadian regions are quite big when it comes to space defenses. Join Romeo 300. So they're built. Let's look at the refit times. So refit docked ship, the Liberty battle cruisers, 2 4s, 12-day refits. That's not too bad. And then you have to become 3Bs, because you've got the flag bridge, you can't strip that off. It's still a 12-day refit, so that's not too bad. So you'll be ready to go in 24 days after they're all rebuilt. The new improved siege coil. Okay. You
Ready for my mission.
turn us another member of the Protectorate, please.
Reeling them in.
And apparently we only know where one is, so
Where
we're gonna
to?
get on that real quick. The sabotage project on the Protectorate. There's a couple different members of the Protectorate apparently we can hit. for the
Breaching lab
sabotage.
security.
Okay. Confirm assignments, move some time.
Offering support.
There's a module in... Oh, that's the layered defense on
They won't
that
know
race's
what
back.
hit them.
Yes, we're probably gonna want that.
We now have a spy in their ranks.
Got that spy.
Don't let them find out.
Oof. That was a major setback. I say that was a major setback. It's going. Our science has grown enough that that was the difference between when we were expected to finish and when we were going to finish otherwise.
The people will come
So
to our
it's
side.
a setback. It's not super major because it's still going to finish around about when we expected it to be correct. Okay. Nothing to do specially here because we have everything queued up. It's just waiting for it to finish. Energy research works. And this is the one with the nanofab. Yeah, that's May.
Target destroyed.
Neat to take me there.
Cleaning
See if
things
it's still reasonable to keep hitting that one. Heavy, yeah. So let's keep going after that one. And we've heard the flag bridge there is helping to keep the mission control fairly low here. So that's would otherwise be 24 mission control without the flag bridge. So flag bridge is pretty valuable, saving us basically a whole ship.
Ready for orders. Telling our story.
You want to go to 150. Oh, you're the quick learner. Yeah, probably want to get you some more espionage. Make us a little bit less likely to have sabotage missions carried out on us.
I will help them. We've hacked their research data.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The people will come to our side.
public opinion remains unmoved.
Critical failure. Failure to raise their opinion. Okay. So that's the nanofab in Mercury area. So Mercury is going to want a few new orbitals. Goal of low Mercury orbit is empty. We do technically get more and more solar power multiplier as we go higher. Although the lower ones will probably be easier to defend from. But yeah, let's just start founding some orbitals. These are going to cost us 3 mission control each. Because I've actually got 2 of the 50% modifiers, I can probably avoid going to total war as long as we stay below 240. So I could probably just pick up all 8 of those. But I'm going to be conservative for the moment. We're just going to pick up 2. Found an orbital. And found an orbital. These are going to become shipyards. So solar array, which should power a decent number of shipyards. A layered defense, a farm, we're not necessarily making any resources multiplied by the admin tower here, so we're going to pass on the admin tower. I'm tempted to go for operations centers. We'll take a nanofab, so these can serve as an alternative to what's on the planet. And then, yeah, I think we'll do a solar panel into, or solar array into 3 operation centers. Arguably means, from a mission control standpoint, these are mission control neutral. Because they cost 3 mission control and supply 3 mission control. Although, that's how you slowly sneak away into total war, right? These are not mission control neutral from a alien aggression standpoint. That have been the last one? That factory. Oh, I'm missing my net factory. That's what's going on. Yeah, both of those have a lot of surplus power, but that's because we're basically powering everything off of 2 solar arrays, and 1 solar array isn't quite enough, but 2 is way too many. That's fair. But yeah, once those are done, that'll be shipyards, and we'll probably build up a defense fleet for the Mercury orbit. And then once we've got that, we'll probably be contemplating trying to sneak into total war. If we can afford to build the fleets up, which is mostly volatiles at this point. Volatile costs. Most of it going into the armor of the ships, to be fair. Okay. So that fleet is combat ready.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Okay, I may want to move against the alien that's doing that. And you're back up to 12 ships. Good to see.
You'll see what they're up to.
Unknown espionage 20 person to hide from me? Yeah, I think that's the alien. Just
Ready.
a hunch.
Where do you need me?
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. We'll recon the site.
Okay. And then I do want to gauge surveillance fleet. Let's try out the new battle fleet for that. So the question is, do I want to drop to low Earth orbit, or do I just want to gauge the aliens? It is Victor 307. Rides in 1.4 hours with most of our Delta V intact. No, burning most of the Delta V. We can delay by 0.3 hours, which is certainly what we're going to do to keep most of it intact. Let's do that. We are engaging. The aliens are running for it. These drives are a little expensive, so I'm gonna force them to run, but we're not gonna overspend. .1.6 hours or 2.1. Yeah, it's probably not quite worth the fuel savings to take forever to get there. Okay, well, if they're not going to take the scarier fleet, we don't quite have the fuel to chase them, so we'll engage them with the less scary fleet.
Offering assistance.
Engage. They're running from this one. This one's actually the cheaper one to replace the fuel on because it's water-based fuel. So we'll give them a good chase. Or running back to the station to refuel. Yeah, we can definitely... We're not in a major pursuit for these guys, so we can delay for like a day. Save a bunch of fuel. And we can then put into the chase. Engage. They're running for it. Again, I'm not... So, the max bid will escape, right? So I'm not gonna dump the whole max bid there. I'll put KPS at them. They avoid the battle. And again, we're not in a rush. It would take like the 24 hours to get back. Save a bunch of fuel. And then we send the 260 after them. Eventually they'll get the hint that they're engaging something. And yeah, they got the hint. They're realizing at this point, yeah, we're going to engage something. And we've picked the arguably obsolete fleet to engage. Although these torpedoes will definitely hurt. Question is whether or not they're going to put enough range or firepower downrange to be a severe threat to us. The answer is yes. Yes, they are. Oof. Good thing we had some redirects, otherwise I think we would not have killed the third one. Because the bottom four, the other one's actually tasked with shooting the rear guard one. So we survived the battle. We took some casualties.
They won't know what hit them.
Superconducting coil battery, not really that worried about that. Let's send the 300 back up to high orbit. You want to say high orbit, medium orbit. Again, it doesn't need to take. Doesn't need to be rushing up there. Take a slow
Surveillance
burn.
complete.
Just set off a few nukes behind us, we'll be fine. Improved our knowledge about Xenoform Alpha 6. Yes, repeat and continue. Xenoform Alpha 6 may be having a rude awakening soon.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Oh, and 233 has arrived at Mercury. Can we get you to arrive? Granted, the stations don't have your docks for refueling yet, but they're most of the way done. So, fly over there. Arrive in 2 days. Yeah. These aren't the fastest of ships. They don't need to be. They're fuel efficient. That's what they do.
Target secured.
Okay, repeat, take me there. Maybe at the point where we can move off and swap have someone else in. Yeah, maybe we can have someone else come in and finish it off and do a different one.
Here's what we found.
January the 1st, so 2 council actions and we'll design a ship that Poseidon Launch has its main drive.
Your orders?
No, let's get back to public campaigning in there.
We'll make our appeal.
Your orders?
What's the up?
Actually, let's not have you do that. Let's have you go after the Xenoform that's about to have a very bad day.
Taking them down.
Ready. On guard.
Ready for my mission.
At your service.
No, you're 12. This is the one that's, it's not that one. It's this one? This one, yeah. 4 is even farther away from 16. That is the cheaper one 4.
Offering support.
I'll keep them safe.
I have new information.
Oh,
got
that's
away.
where's. Oof. You rolled an 100. Good thing you had protection. Good thing you had protection. And at this point, I would imagine the
Public
alien would be
sentiment
aware that
is
someone tried to shoot
increasingly
it.
with us.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay.
At your
We're
service.
gonna try that again.
Surveilling target.
Ready.
Hopefully more ready than the last time.
They won't see me coming.
What's the op? On guard.
Okay. Let's go ahead and cycle that turn. Get the Poseidon
Offering
Lantern picked up.
counsel.
Defending the VIP.
And hopefully killed that alien.
Surveillance complete.
Although it has moved into
Target
Persia.
eliminated.
Oh. It's about to go like, oh, we're probably not going to succeed. Critical success. They barely even knew we tried.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Public sentiment is
There's the
increasing
Poseidon
with us.
Lantern. Let's grab that neutronium spiker. I think that can apply to the Poseidon Lantern. Okay, let's do a round of ship design, initially evaluating how well that Poseidon ship, or the Poseidon Lantern, is going to work for our needs. So, I don't know if it's a drop-in upgrade to existing engines. We can look by seeing if we can replace the burner drive with it. So that's the Poseidon Lantern. And we can just drop it in. Okay. Oh. Drive must be the same class, power plant, and propellant type. So it's the same power plant type, but yeah, not the same drive type. Okay, so it's not a valid refit, so we can't do any upgrade on any of the gas core engines into it. We can apparently still duplicate the design. Keep it simple. Drive is reasonably heavy. To be fair, that would actually almost be a viable ship right there. From a Delta V standpoint. We probably do want to up the armor. This is one of the reasons why the escorts are probably not going to be viable going forward, because the max we can get the frontal armor up to is 48. I could probably run a little bit more engine to go faster. Should have a little more fuel on it. More engine, more engine. Okay, so the max cruise is 2G, which we can get with 5 engines with all that frontal armor on this design. In fact, I could put all the way to 6 engines up and then stack some fuel on here. That's the combat thrust is a 2x combat thrust. Okay. This is water propellants. This is cheaper. Still got that radioactive in it in comparison to the Orion drive does, but this is still pretty cheap. Like this is okay. This is maybe a little punitive for trying to pull interplanetary transfer. So like that takes us out to the moon. Right, but planetary defense this isn't that bad. I suppose we could save Delta V by dropping engines. Yeah, we wouldn't go as fast, but if you wanted to go range, that wouldn't be too hard. Do one engine 10 here wouldn't be too bad. So we'll save that design. We're probably never going to build any more of those old escorts. So this one is obsolete, so it's not going to get built again. We don't have any of them, so that's fine. These guys, we'll do the design upgrade for these. They were running the light bulb. And we could technically... well, we were running that. Surprised that actually makes you slower. That making you slower. 3.5 tons per gigawatt, 3 tons per gigawatt, okay. So the main reason you want to swap over that is maximum terawatts. Okay. So don't just shove the terawatt drive willy-nilly on things. He doesn't need it. Interesting. So I could upgrade you. Couldn't do that with you for whatever reason. Okay. Back to ship class. Why wasn't I able to do it on you? What did you... oh, you. What did you have different besides just being a burner drive? Gas core fission. You technically don't require any power, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. It might be that I have these, to be fair. It might be the problem. Okay. Let's just assume that's because I have them. In which case, we should be able to do it on the Defiant, which is basically the same thing. Just the Orion drive. So stick the better power plant on. Swap the Orion drive out. Here we're going to want to go up to the 60 frontal armor again as well. And that's got enough Delta V for planetary cruise. Twitch chat's going woohoo. Poseidon Lantern. Oh, isn't bypassing that one? Looks good for pre-fusion. Yeah, this is. I think the Poseidon Lantern is probably one of the better fusion or one of the better fission drives. I'll have to go through the drives again. It might actually be the best, unless you're going to run the H bombs for pre-fusion drives. G's, if we don't mind going slower. Bad for intercepts. Yeah, it's probably going to be bad. I'm looking at the time here. This is probably fast enough to do planetary defense, but maybe not for catching the ships that don't want to fight you. Yeah, this is an invalid refit, so we're not going to be able to upgrade our existing monitors to it. If we wanted to keep monitors around, this would be what we're looking at. And for planetary defense, this would be fine. I could probably even throw a few engines on there just to go a little bit faster in combat. Wanted it to go faster. And or drop the fuel tank requirements. Yeah, we'll give it the full speed there. Probably not going to build any of those, but we know what those look like for the future. So we're not going to do Defiance, because we're probably going to build Defiant 2s, we're going to do that. Indefatigable. Do you have Indefatigables? Though, that's... It's open classes thing, so okay, we can't upgrade our existing ships to this. But this will work. Get 1G acceleration on a ship. Either slim it down for planetary defense, because we probably only need like 12 for planetary defense, or go a little bit higher for interplanetary. You know, let's make a slim down version for planetary defense, and then yeah, so that way we can compare it to our existing one. Indefatigable Block 2 compared to Indefatigable. So, Indefatigable Block 2 weighs 1.3 thousand tons more. And it's costing more water, but that's because that's the fuel. It's costing a little bit more volatiles, because I think there's a little bit in the fuel there. It costs more metal, costs less nobles, costs more on the radioactives. Overall, a little bit more expensive ship, apparently. That's an option. It's probably more... how to put it? Probably more viable than... I was supposed to hide the states here. A little bit more viable for long distance travel. And higher delta V. Right, so we can definitely shove more fuel on these. Fuel here is, look at the drive type, 65% water, whereas the other had metal and nobles, and radioactives are still pretty expensive. I could do an upgrade on those two. I suppose we'll do that as well. Liberty Block 5s. Side lantern. So it's full 6 drives. Yeah, 15 kps. We can even drop the fuel requirements a little bit for planetary defense. And then we'll upgrade the flagship one as well. Now, to be fair, this is still an invalid refit, so we can't upgrade any of our existing ships to this, but... And then, for an example transfer, let's set an example transfer up. I'm going to set up a really weird one, just to give us an idea of what we need fuel-wise. If we, say, wanted to go from Graf Spree, Mercury, as the destination, Graf Spree. And then we want to go to Mars, go to our station up in Mars. That'll give us an idea of the delta V we need. Then we can go back to the ship, and let's do a from-scratch design. So, Poseidon Lantern, assume we're running plenty. Power plant, we're going to use the Terra Walk, because we probably need that power. Properly operate it. Salvage bay, targeting computer. I'll probably build a variant with a flag bridge. We'll soon this has got our 2-point defense guns on it. With a nose weapon, we'll start with a siege coiler. And then armor. 1, 1, and 60. Needs 20 kps to do that. Burn. This ship can probably do that pretty easily. Yeah. 37 weeks, and we can add a little bit more fuel to bring the time down a bit. So what is the massive fuel in our ship? So probably don't want more than like 10% of the ship to be fuel. So what, like? Oh, these are it's 100 tons each. 100 tons each. Oh well, then we're gonna go quite a bit, right? Because that's ship's actually surprisingly light. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so like that would work. Probably stretch it a little bit, say go that much, and that'd get us there and back pretty good. 30 weeks out from yeah, 30 weeks in and out from Mercury to Mars. I suppose for the hull, or not for the utility module. Also say toss a marine assault unit on here. So the marine assault unit here would allow this, say, we build on Mercury, something happens with Mars, we fly this out to Mars, take our thing back. Right. That's an option. So let's save that design. So the animat's going to be our traveling one. And then we'll do a couple upgrades of that. Can I swap out the nose weapon as an upgrade to keep it simple? Okay, he classifies it invalid BFIT. We'll come back to that then. WCH coiler. This is going to be the utility module, or the one that's got the flag bridge. So we'll make a redesign of the flag bridge. And we'll come back to the ship class. We'll make an upgrade that is extra marine, for example. And we'll do one last upgrade, which is well, that's did I do upgrade the wrong one? I might have done upgrade the wrong one. Upgrade this one. Oh, the name's just acting weird. That's what's going on. Let's delete that one. Let's change the name. Upgrade. Gonna let me do the names now. Yeah, Twitch chat saying I couldn't do transfers. I wanted to burn off old ships from going to Mercury to Earth at 16 kps, and even bunny hopping Venus. First ones below 16 kps couldn't do it. Yeah, to some degree. If your drive could, in theory, do it, you could have probably done a refit into a 30 kps ship, but that's kind of what you need to do. To be fair, the ship we've been running, the ships we've run between Earth and Mercury were ion drives. The ion drive can do it, but it's not really good for anything that you run away. It's probably a good way to think about it. Okay, so add mount marine. Let's say it's gonna have the extra marine. Okay. And we'll do a variant that is automatic laser. And the one that doesn't say anything is our... Which one? Okay. Oops. Deleted the one. Flag bridge. Just retype the label again, can we? Flag, sure. Okay, back to the ship classes. Hide the obsoletes. There we go. So those are the 3 interplanetary ships we've got right now. Oh, the flag's now on the laser ship, that's fine. And yeah, the coil guns are the ones that are apparently, from the game perspective, quite deadly. Now, how comes the Mercury shipyards? When will they be done? February.
Flight controllers, keep watching your data. I'm still going to be asking for a go-no-go here in about 4 minutes. Tell it, stay low now. How does the signal
Oh, I'm only like the ones I've already got built. Okay. Shame I don't get a good way to do comparisons. So Liberty 5, Liberty 4. Or, yeah, Liberty 5, Liberty 4. Oh, the lasers got the higher damage. Lasers just did more damage. They're more threatening by the game, apparently. Interesting. Wait, Liberty 5 running... Well, it's the fuel, right? So it's... Oh, yeah. So I guess the Liberty 5s, these are the guys running the Poseidon Lantern. Why did it not upgrade to the larger engine on this? Larger, better power plant? That's a good question. Guess I should just do that now.
See if we can get this alignment initialization in then.
Sure. So you need an upgrade to the new power plant. Right, which is a valid refit over the previous one, which is fine. Which just makes it cheaper. Okay. And then Devatic 2. Upgrade you. Again, forgot about the power plant.
Okay, control, I'll be standing by for the alignment here. I know how you looking down there.
Then here, we get power plant.
How you doing and how can I have your digitals? Okay, they'll be up in a minute.
Okay, so the Liberties are more expensive up front, but they're going through much cheaper fuel than the predecessors. And then we do have the Adamant class that we can do for longer range work, which arguably don't really cost very much more. They're just carrying a bunch more fuel. We might actually technically be able to upgrade the Liberties into the Adamant if they needed to do system transfers, but we're not going to work about that right now. So let's look into building some of these ships. So, not Mercury, obviously. We want to go to... Or actually, wrong tab. This one. Ship construction. Mars. So we got 8 slipaways at Mars. We want to construct new ships, presumably. Some of these battle cruisers.
10 degrees right.
You got the heavy siege corner. Okay.
Yaw, yaw.
So we'll put one.
Okay, I'll flight controllers. About 40 seconds for the gun.
You got the flagging braid. You got the flag push. How did I screw this up? Did my bleeding not take? Oh no, we got the hold all ones in there as well. Okay, that's just making it confusing.
Okay, I'll flight
Cruiser, gun
controllers.
cruiser.
Go,
So
go.
you're the new.
Retro, no. Fido, go. Guys, go. Control, go. Calcom, go. GNC, go. Ecom, go.
Point defense. Da 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 da
Go
da.
for power D. One of us find the offer gun.
Yeah, you're gonna be because you've got the higher thing. So it's the 6 and the 5 heart.
You want to try the
So we'll
offer
slap point you in the slip away. You. And then we'll grab a batch of the Indefatigables. Not to confuse the older Indefatigables. And do a batch in Slipway. And then once the
You're saying the alignment's good control.
Venus ones are done, we'll basically do the same at... or not Venus. Mercury. Mercury obviously doesn't have any at the moment, but once Mercury's ready, we'll build 8 or so of them at Mercury. And that should give us the ability to defend all our orbits, or at least attempt to defend all our orbits. And if we have that built everywhere, we should be about ready to go to war. So we'll see how that goes. Intuition saying probably can't use very many of those with the Fizzle cost. At least not for very aggressive interplanetary orbit, interplanetary travels. In comparison to what I was running, which was I was running the Orion Drive. The Orion Drive probably would have been more costly on radioactives in the longer run. Let me see if I can bring them up. Look at the ships before. So this was the ones on the old Orion Drive. Yeah, which is half a volatile per tank, running like 16 tanks. And you can compare that to the Indefatigable running the Poseidon Lantern, where running 13 tanks. And okay, that's actually probably about 4 times the radioactives, isn't it? Yes. Repellents, water. So I sadly don't get to use the liquid hydrogen, because it has to be hydrogen as the repellent. And then we are working on Neutronium Spiker. I believe you can use that on the Poseidon Lantern. Yeah, 20% bonus to fission drives. So this would lower the amount of radioactives we'd use on those drives. And that means apparently one agent actually might do the redesign of all the ships again. But we'll see if I remember next time. We're coming up on where I should probably bring an end to the stream here. We've designed ships. We got a plan for what we're going to build. Granted, that build order is looking out to be a year-long build order before we have pretty secure orbit control. But once we have pretty secure orbit control, we're going to probably just start setting up orbitals in Mercury orbit with just filled up mission control so we can build bigger and better ships. Build up the mines, maybe go over on the mine limit. But that'll be next time. Because right now we've been staying under it to keep the mission control low. Once we're in total war, we're caring a little bit less about mission control and really more in how we can generate it. I can go investigate. Pakistan one
On the
there.
way to the target site.
Reporting in. We'll
Indonesia
recon the
one.
site.
And then we send you
Ready to go.
after... There we
Heading
go.
to
Before I
the
forget what we
LZ.
were in the middle of doing. Set our agent actions up. This is probably where I'm going to go ahead and end it for this stream. We got a plan, and the next couple parts will be implementing that plan, I think. If you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be a part up tomorrow. We recorded 5 parts during this stream. So one of the days I'm going to do a double, put 2 parts up. But otherwise, that means as long as I record the next part within the next 4 days, and that is actually the plan, we'll have a part for you up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, let me bring the Twitch schedule up so I can go over what the schedule is going to be. I do need to update it because I think I've decided what I'm going to do as a replacement to Old World, but that hasn't been added to the schedule yet. So today was Terra Invicta. Tomorrow will be the Banished Vault. Hoping to finish that up, and with whatever spare time we have left after that, we're going to go do Shadow Empire. The day after that will be XCOM. Depending on how quickly I can move through XCOM, we may finish it up that day. We may not, because I think we've got at least... Well, I think we got 2 story missions we have to do. So it's how quickly we can go from one story mission to the next. And whether or not we can actually finish the last story mission in one attempt. So that's Thursday. Friday would have been Old World if we hadn't finished it in the last run. I think I'm going to run Field of Glory Empires. We're going to go do the Persia DLC. I think I'm going to play the Persians in the Persian DLC. That's I think what I'm going to plan to do on Friday. And then following the 4-day schedule, Saturday, which is 4 days after Tuesday, which is when I'm recording this, we'll be back to playing Terra Invicta as the Resistance. Both to generate the part that will come up tomorrow and for the next couple days after that. If you're watching on YouTube, the part that comes up tomorrow, I mean. So that's the schedule for Twitch, and I suppose the upcoming schedule for YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, this is the 5th part in this streaming session. We're going to run a double day during the session, but other than that, that means the next stream should have already been recorded by the time you're listening to this. So if you don't have enough patience to wait for it, feel free to hop over to Twitch. The VODs do stay up for 7 days. Although, if you're watching on YouTube, you're probably getting a slightly more reliable quality. I do have it set up to throttle the stream quality instead of the frames per second. So on YouTube, you're going to probably get reliable 1080p at 30 frames per second. On Twitch, you're probably getting 60 frames per second, but the quality will be whatever can be handled by local internet. And sometimes the local internet just decides it's not going to comply, and the quality will go down a lot. So you probably get a slightly better quality result on YouTube, where I'm recording it locally and spending a little bit of time to compress it for reasonable time uploads, instead of Twitch, where it's getting uploaded live. If you've got any comments and you're watching on Twitch and/or you want to see any of the stats, I don't have a problem running around some of the stats here at the end of the stream. If you're watching the VOD later or watching on YouTube, feel free to hop over to YouTube and leave comments over there. I do stream this live to Twitch under the username Willcole, and then upload it later to YouTube under the username Willcole100. One of the people earlier in the stream asked, why don't I stream to both? And the answer is Twitch appears to reward people more for streaming it live. And in theory, you can stream to both, but as I'm looking at the kilobits per second going up to Twitch and looking at it being visibly throttleable, I don't think I actually have the local internet to support both. So I can stream to one or the other and not both. And YouTube, I think, tends to reward the video going up in higher quality and not necessarily being streamed live. So that's where that sort of coming in with why I stream live to one and then upload to the other. YouTube's also a little bit better at handling asynchronous comments, so if you're not watching it live, that's probably the better place to leave the comments. I don't even know if you can leave comments on the VODs on Twitch. I know you can leave comments while the stream is live, but I don't know how to see the comments if you can leave them on the VODs. So the YouTube YouTube comment system is probably a little bit better for that. I do tend to respond to most of the comments on the YouTube, and as some people may have noticed when I'm responding to comments on Twitch, I have the game on one monitor, I have OBS on the other, so I've got to physically look at the other screen to see the comments. So if I get a little laser focus on the game, sometimes I'll miss them or be a little late to responding to them. With that, I'm going to go ahead and wish you all the best of luck and a good time. And until next time, wish you all good luck and a good time until the next part. And bye for now.